Peninnah his wife, and to all her sons and daughters. Verse 5. But to Hannah he will give a double portion, for he lived Hannah, although the Lord had closed her womb. Verse 6. And her rival also provoked her severely to make her miserable, because the Lord had closed her womb. Verse 7. So it was year by year, when she went up to the house of the Lord, that she provoked her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. Verse 8. Then Elkanah her husband said to her, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you not eat? And why is your heart grieved? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? Verse 9. So Hannah rose after they had finished eating and drinking in Shiloh. Yeah, that's right, Shiloh. Now Eli the priest was sitting on the seat by the doorpost of the tabernacle of the Lord. Verse 10. And she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed to the Lord, and wept in anguish. Verse 11. Then she made a view and said, O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant, and remember me, and not forsake your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a male child, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life, and no razor shall come upon his head. Verse 12. And it happened, as she continued praying before the Lord, that Eli watched her mouth. Verse 13. Now, excuse me, Hannah spoke in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore Eli thought she was drunk. Verse 14. So Eli said to her, How long will you drink? Put your wine away from you. Verse 15. But Hannah answered and said, No, my Lord, I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have drink neither wine nor Oops. intoxicating drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Verse 16. Verse 16. Oh! Verse 16. Do not consider your maidservant a wicked woman, for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief I have spoken until now. Verse 17. Then Eli answered and said, Go in peace and go, and the God of Israel grant your petition which you have asked of him. Verse 18. And she said, Let your maidservants find favor in your sight. So the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer sad. Verse 19. Then they rose early in the morning and worshipped before the Lord, and returned and came to the house at Naav.
How to pronounce Ramah.
Ramah and
Ramah.
Elkanah knew Hannah, his wife, and the Lord remembered her. Verse 20. So it came to pass in the process of time that Hannah conceived and bare a son, and called his name Samuel, saying, Because I have asked for him from the Lord. Verse 21. Now the man Elkanah and all his house went up to the Lord the yearly sacrifice and his view. Verse 22. But Hannah did not go up, for she said, Her husband not until the child is weaned, then I will take him, that I may appear before the Lord and remain there forever. Verse 23. So Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Do not do what seems best to you. Wait until you have waited him. Only let the Lord establish his word. Then the woman stayed and nursed her son until she had waited him.